Superman Annual Issue 1. Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason writing, and then Jorge Jimenez on the art. So that, unlike Batman, this was actually just one big story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was also heavily in continuity because they referenced a lot of rebirth-related things in this.
Yep.
In fact, it brought up a plot point from early on in Superman Rebirth. I remember us talking about this and not really knowing what the hell was happening. It was when Superman touched the ground and the grass left this sort of like burned handprint kind of thing that glowed, and we weren't really sure what was going on. And this was about that. And it made sense that Swamp Thing is the one to show up and say, hey, you're damaging the green with your interdimensional solar nonsense.
Just stop it.
I loved how salty Swamp Thing was when he showed up.
Yeah.
Dear. Nah, it was good. If I have any complaints about this issue, it's maybe like it's like twice as long as normal, but I don't really feel like there's twice as much story as I would have expected.
There's definitely not.
Yeah, it's just
There's
them
not,
talking for the most part.
A lot of
The
it is a
art-
big art showcase, isn't it?
Oh, the art's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art's beautiful. That's not.
Yeah, I loved that. I think Jimenez did the fair issue too, right? I want to say.
I want to say. I don't know. I can't remember.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Been a while.
But yeah, there's like an organic to their art that really works for like an organic quality that works for Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Like there's that art when they're fighting. So of course Superman doesn't take this news very well, and he decides to fight Swamp Thing. And Swamp Thing does this really cool where he splits himself amongst the green, and all of them attack at once and become a giant hand. And I thought that sequence looked really cool. Like you can almost see it morph from the individual Swamp Things to the single hand. So, and then he eats Superman, which is really weird. Like,
yeah, it's a bit out there.
Yeah, it's Swamp Thing like fighting to like make his point, and Superman's like, I want to just have a conversation. Can we stop this? And they eventually, in like Swamp Thing, essentially. Oh, by the way, that 2-page spread of like all the different versions of Swamp Thing like rising up.
Yeah.
And the Superman's in the sky.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
A shout out to the colours on that as well, especially like the way the sun's hitting everything.
Yeah,
it's just gorgeous.
Because it's like sunset or dawn.
Yeah,
one of the two. Yeah,
a lot
sunset.
of oranges and light purples, and
Yeah.
it's nice.
Really, really nice. Yeah, lots of good stuff. And so yeah, Swamp Thing basically just kind of fixes things a little bit so that he's not affecting the green too much. But it was, I was not expecting the annual to actually tie into the Rebirth thing like this. So it was kind of nice that it felt kind of important because typically annuals do feel very standalone and almost skippable a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I thought that was good.
Yeah, I like too that they kind of played up the vibrational differences, and like he's having an impact on this Earth because the way that he draws in the sun, and that's why they're having trouble growing stuff in Hamilton County. And so of course once that gets all fixed and he kind of gets in tune with everything,
which is a great page by the way when he sort of rips open the like not cocoon, he's not quite covered, but he sort of rips open the vines that are on him to reveal the S.
He's like Swamp Superman, so complete with the spit curl and everything, which I thought was a cool touch. Again, the art here was really on point.
Yeah, art's beautiful.
But in the dialogue and stuff, I thought Tomasi was kind of speaking to fans. At least that's how I took it. To where he's like, yes, it's the past, and the past is great. You'll always have the past, but what's important is also the future.
Yeah, you have to embrace your new home. Yeah.
It was very meta because it was like obviously when Rebirth started and we didn't know exactly what was going on. A lot of people were hoping that this would just merge back into our old universe.
Yeah.
And this feels like saying, look, that's not happening. We're on this Earth to stay. But that's fine. You can still enjoy what we had. There's no reason it's not gone. It's still there.
Yeah. I mean, that said, though, for me, I don't need them to merge back. I just want the characters to remember.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And I feel that's where we can have our cake and eat it too, where we're not going to get it perfectly back, but it'll be close enough. Like, because I feel like we're already there. We've gotten Wally back, and Titans has proven to be kind of, key to that. And we're getting all these other characters back with like Stephanie and, but we're getting new stories at the same time. Birds of Prey's driving forward, and Nightwing's back in Bloodhaven. So
Well, next week.
you know, yeah. Well, yeah, he'll be back in Blue Haven.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I like that sentiment because I've heard that when people talk about reboots and remakes too, to where they're like, yeah, maybe Batman v Superman wasn't the best, but you still have the Nolan movies and
Matt.
You know what's happening? Brainiac's infecting the system.
It's a constant fight.
Yeah.
But you still have the Nolan Batman movies and Donner Superman movies. Like, no one's taking those away. And until they do, enjoy those. And try to enjoy the future, although in the movies it makes it a little difficult.
Basically,
enjoy what's going to come after all this.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's get past this era of the movies and get to the next thing.
Yeah.
I think the main point of the issue was kind of what Connor said about the past is still there and we can love it, but move forward. It was very meta. And mainly though, it was just a beautiful book with Superman and Swamp Thing, like having these debates and fighting and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tomasi and Gleason are clearly slowly climbing up that ladder of great creative teams. Even when
I don't think it's that slowly, to be honest.
Well, no, but what I mean is like each issue is like another rung on the ladder, and like the Fair issue was great, and this is another notch there of their climbing. Even when Gleason doesn't do the art, it's still proving story-wise he's bringing stuff to the table. And they're a great team, so I like that a lot.